Comparison is the thief of joy, no matter what way you want to put it. If you want to compare up, if you want to compare down, if you want to compare in the middle, no matter who you compare to, you will probably end up sadder than you were before. Because, let me really explain. So let's say you're on the internet. Okay, everybody knows what the internet is nowadays. Social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Okay, YouTube even. So here we are, you're looking on your social media, or you're just looking out into the world, and you see something. You see somebody who's doing better than you. You see somebody with the cars, the houses, the women, the amazing food. Just everything is perfect. You know, from the outside, this person's life looks like it is a, I don't know, a movie. You know, like a good movie. You know, like a really good movie. And you kind of want that. You know, like you kind of want to be that person. You know, like you want to be the one that gets all the girls, has all the people coming up to them, everybody knows who they are. Lavish lifestyle, you're eating amazing food, you dress beautifully. Maybe that is something that is made and formed in like a wrong way. Like that thing that you're thinking of, like that person that you want to be, unfortunately, that person can't exist. And you want to know why? Anytime you think of perfect, the things I just named, they're not perfect. Okay, there's no such thing as perfect. We are human beings. Okay? So we're never going to be perfect. All we're ever going to be is a human being. You know, and when you try to go out there and you try to be one thing, you know, you're probably going to have to change it. You know what they say? Hold on to your dreams lightly. And do you want to know why they say hold on to your dreams lightly? Because probably at some point in the future, you're probably going to have to change your way of thinking. You're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change who you talk to, what you do. And that's just the gimme. You know, because in this life, the one thing that does not change is, you already know, change itself. The only thing that doesn't change is change. Okay, change will not allow things to stay the same forever. Because, well, I can't tell you why, but just things change. You know, I mean, you get older every single day. You grow, you improve every single day. In fact, real growth kind of looks like loss. It kind of looks like you're losing rather than winning. But that's why you have to pick your changes, you know? But as soon as you get out there and you look at, I don't know, model on Instagram. They're skinny. They're perfect. They look exactly how you want to look. That's not a good way to look at the world. You want to know why? Because you have to find a way back to yourself. You know, you have to live with yourself every single day. The only person that you're going to go through this entire life with is you. Most people don't even like themselves. And you're going to let the opinion of someone who doesn't even like themselves dictate how you feel, how you act, what you do? Comparison will always be the thief of joy. Whether you're comparing yourself to, like I said, somebody that has a mansion or all this amazing stuff, or has an amazing family or whatever. Or, now this is where things start to get crazy. This is where things start to get crazy. Sometimes I'm a victim of this. Sometimes I will compare myself to the lower end. You know, I'll with something good. Have you ever heard of tall poppy syndrome? You probably haven't, but if you have, it's not really oriented in this country because America is kind of like status, power, money. In other countries, I don't even remember where I heard this from. I think it was a Mark Manson video. Tall poppy syndrome is basically where just like somebody is like, let's say you're actually achieving, like you're actually doing good inside of this life. You're like you're not successful, but like you're doing things that are worth talking about your achievements, you know, but you don't. And the reason why you don't is because you feel like, well, tall poppy syndrome. You wrap your I don't know, your tail around yourself so you could become smaller. You know, you could fit into the crowd because you don't want to stand out. Okay? And now specifically with what I'm saying and the comparing down is if you're actually doing something that's worthwhile, you're actually making something out of yourself, and you look down, you're like, damn, Joey, Johnny, and Sally and everybody else they're drinking alcohol. God, they're drinking alcohol. They're smoking cigarettes every day. They're having fun. They're watching the Super Bowl. They're doing all this. They're all doing all that. And you start thinking, you know what? Is it really that bad that I'm in my room working, all the time, if I'm doing this, doing that, because there's a cost to everything. You know, I mean, inaction is inaction, indecision is a decision. You know, and eventually you find yourself in that 360. You know, you find yourself in that arc. You know, and you finally realize that you don't want to be a perfect person anymore. All you want to be is just a better person than you were yesterday, because you want to know what, not that you shouldn't compare yourself. You know, the only person or thing you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Okay, compare yourself to the person you see in the mirror. Okay, because that's the only person that you're in competition with. Okay, you're not in competition with someone who started 20 years before you. Okay, I mean, let me get one thing straight. If you see another human being who is doing something that you want to do, you can do that. The only reason why they have what they have and you don't have what they have is because they started before you. They went harder than you, and they grinded a lot harder than you, and they took the time, they took the effort, and they blew it out. Okay? Here's another piece of advice that I could tell you. A lot of things can soak inside of alcohol, but dignity is not one of them. Okay? It's just not. All right, I don't know if you want to get revenge or something, but let me tell you something. The best revenge in this life, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but the best revenge in this life is to make a life that is so great that getting revenge doesn't even seem like a good go. Getting revenge literally seems like a waste of time compared to how good your life is. That is the best revenge. Making your life so good, so great for you. Okay? Because this is all about you. Okay? Not that it's really all about you, because you don't want to be a narcissist and care only about yourself. You have to realize that other people have feelings. Life is complex. It's really complex. I can't fit it all into one video about how you should act, how you should be, who you need to be. But you do need to be you. You know, you need to throw everything to the side, and you need to realize that you are you, whether you like that or not. Okay? You have to like what you see inside that goddamn mirror, even if you don't like it. Okay? Even if you really don't like it, you need to like what you see in that mirror, because you are you. Okay? And if you don't like what you see, maybe you could change that. Okay? Maybe when you look in the mirror, maybe you're big. Okay? Maybe you're comparing yourself to those skinny people. Maybe you want to be them. Okay, but you want to know the truth? You're not going to get anywhere by telling yourself, "Oh, yeah, I eat healthy. I'm good. You know, I don't need to be like that. I don't need to do that." That's only going to dig you deeper into the hole. You know, the first step is acceptance. You know, get out of that denial. You need to realize what's actually going on and what's wrong. You know, if you spend your entire life telling yourself, "I'm not depressed, I'm not sad," a lot of people get this wrong. People think asking for help means that they are giving up, that they are done trying. But really, what all giving up, not giving up. Asking for help. All asking for help truly means, all it means is just you're refusing to give up. You're refusing to give up. Let me tell you something. Being alone, the only thing you get out of being alone is being alone. Okay? 99% of people really don't mind. All right? Most people are good. Some people are trustworthy. It's possible that life has just exposed you to the wrong people. You know, the wrong things, because then when someone hurts you, you close yourself off. I don't want to love again. I don't want to put myself out there again. So then you don't. No, then you tell yourself you're a loser, and then you're comparing, and then you're doing this, and you're doing that, this, that, and the third. Choose yourself. Okay? Not that you necessarily want to stop controlling your thoughts, but you need to stop letting it all control you. You kind of need to be your own person, follow your own path. Just because the sheeps are heading that way does not mean you need to go that way. You can go any way you'd like. You were born an original. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to stand out. Okay? You are a unique individual. There will never be another you. You were born an original. Please, Lord, do not die a copy of somebody else. Okay? You have your own thoughts. You have your own aspirations. Get out there and try to make them reality. Okay? Because here's another truth. If you could hold it in your head, you could hold it in your hand. If you could hold it in your mind, you could hold it in your hand. Okay? And don't go all lunatic on me. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm thinking of a bar of gold, it's not my hand," or like, "I'm thinking of a diamond." dude, you could do, and maybe you're not a dude, maybe you're just, I don't even know. You could do anything you want to do inside of this life. Okay, I don't know how long you're going to sit around and pretend that you can't, you know? You could do anything, you just can't do everything. You know, you're trying to go out there, you're trying to be everything, you know? But be one thing, get good at it, do good, and then move on. You know, let the past be the past. Let yesterday be yesterday. You know, the only person you need to compare yourself to is yourself. You know, and if you continue to go down that path of, oh, this person's better than me, or this person has it better than me, or this person has it worse than me, you're never going to find yourself in that present moment, and you're never going to be happy. Well, here's the thing. Happiness is not really a destination. Happiness is a journey. Okay, it's a state. Okay, you're not going to be happy all the time. You're going to be angry at some point. You're going to be sad. You're a human being. You have emotions. And a lot of people tend to forget that, you know, that every single person in the world gets angry, sad, depressed, happy. It's just, how do you manage those emotions? Okay, how do you manage those emotions? Like if I die in a video game and I throw my keyboard across the room, or I throw my controller on the ground and it bursts everywhere, that's horrible management of anger. But if I die and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? It's whatever. Doesn't mean I'm more angry or less angry than that other person. I'm managing my anger a little bit better. You know, the same way, I mean, you can, everything, you know, like depression, anxiety, it's all management. You know, there's always going to be a problem in this life. It's all about trading your problems, you know, taking that really bad problem and demoting it. Trading your problems for better problems. Okay? Okay? Because think about it. People with a lot of money, they have problems, but they're just not as bad of problems as someone who's, let's say, doesn't have a lot of money or something. Like, someone's like, okay, I'm trying to get a friend. Okay, think about this curve. Okay, one friend is amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Remember, quality over quantity, guys. Always quality over quantity. You always want quality over quantity. It doesn't matter how much of something there is. Is it quality? Is it good? That is what really matters. That's why you need to take your time with things, and you really need to get out there, and you really need to just try. Okay, you lose nothing in trying. You lose absolutely nothing in trying. All that's going to happen is you're going to go back to the same room, the same dark room, and you're going to have to try again. Okay, because it doesn't matter how many times you fall down in this life. It doesn't matter how many times you get up. How many times you continue to get out of that bed and try. Even when you have bricks on your legs and you're like, oh, I can't even get out of bed. I mean, the sun has the strength to rise every morning, but I don't even have the strength sometimes to get out of my bed. And that sucks. It does suck, you know? But I do it anyway. I continue. I strive. There's a point to it. Comparison is the thief of joy. It always will be. Stop comparing yourself. Only compare yourself to who you were yesterday, who you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, down the road. Did you get better? Stop aiming to be a perfect person. Aim to be a better person. 1% better every single day. And eventually, maybe you'll get to a point where you're feeling a little bit better. You're doing a little bit better. But I'm not saying if you go out there, follow the plans, follow the rules, everything is going to go fine for you. Because the only thing that's guaranteed in this life is death, taxes, nothing else. Everything else is a blessing. It's all beautiful. Get out there, dude. Stop comparing. When you're on social media, I mean, it's impossible to not compare because they're doing that self-conscious, oh, this guy's at Waterworld, or this guy's doing this, or this person's doing that, or they have this with them, or I don't know. Manage it better. Okay, don't let it get to you. Okay, because you are just as worthy as anybody else. You are just as equal as anybody else. This thing, this life, look around. These things, this stuff that we call life was made up by nobody smarter than me, nobody smarter than you. They just got to it first. Okay, in this life, it's not something, you don't have to avoid the walls. You don't have to make sure you do everything right. In fact, you could push the buttons in this life. You can make it whatever it is you want it to be. Life is whatever you make it. The world is your whatever you want it to be. Because this is your life. You know, isn't that kind of fun? You know, that you can kind of do whatever and you don't need to be judged for it. You know, because hatred only stems from people that hate their own existence. Okay, and the quicker you realize that, the quicker you realize how seldom people actually think of you, you'll stop thinking how much people think about you when you realize how seldom they actually do. That people don't think about you. Think about when you're getting ready in the morning. All the things you're thinking about. Oh, do I look good? Do this all? Everybody else is also thinking about those little details. You're going to be fine. I promise. That test that's coming up, that exam, that thing, everything is going to be fine. You want to know why? Because you were you. And you made it past 100% of your worst, most shitty days. And you could do it again and again and again, because you're probably going to have to. You're going to go out there, you're going to try, and you're going to fail. You're going to fail, dude. It's going to be awesome, but you're going to fail, and you're going to learn, and then eventually you're going to make progress. And even if it's little progress, progress is always progress. Even if it may not seem that big in the lens, eating today, drinking more water than usual, those are accomplishments. They may not be big ones, but that's why I say comparison is a thief of joy. Be thankful for the little things. Replace your expectation in this life with appreciation. And maybe you'll start to see things a little bit differently. You want to know why? Because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's all about perspective. It's all about what you're doing. So get out there, stay positive, and thank you for watching the entire video. I appreciate you. And I just hope you can get out there and enjoy your day. I'm going to definitely try to. And don't compare yourself as often as you usually do. Because it really takes away the fun of things. Stop comparing yourself to people that have been at things longer than you, or if just appreciate what you have. Because you get what you get and you don't get upset. All right, whatever's meant to be will be. And that's kind of how it will always work. So just get out there, stay positive, of course, and I don't know, just enjoy life.